bail. Even so, some edu court, ebehwe, ni aka, ni na so ehonsem. National Cathedral, and so what a honsem bebre, a brana campaign no ecosono, NDC, Amanyukuno, Ekan, Simpi, Edifa home, Nian for some could you tabla, and then Crawford, the Nipa Echo, Cathedral, as baby assassin, the most expensive hole. I'm not yet to other boarding power, we are say. Any baby at CBC National Cathedral, no. And then so, Penny Bako in Chaya, Yanin Bedi home cover, Penny 4 Rempum was see doa, let me see on our son, Umubako ever ha. Ya anybody didn't come on after the wide range of issues about the arrest and prosecution of Abadadanum Penny 4, na National Cathedral on so Simbiara, or Sietiano, Yakanina. The birth of a new political party, John Alan Kojush Martin, popularly known as Alan Cash, Kayakamwa MPP, within Timao account pa 2007, a Brian MPP Amanyuku, Mampenada George Kunku ama party she ne breso ya obekono enipa dun so omugina ye se opesu si na name no ka ho to aba no ya Lancaster so mienu na nado ene di kan no to so mienu ampa ba sako 2012 anye ye 2016 ansa anye ye na 2024 na nado ebewie o de kobo ani first round do hu into was we J in the voice of Dan Lati afi the Okoti movement for change the great Afrafanto so free MPP Amanyukumu na ojina se kontokro na wa pre mampenedwa yeto aba no wie na ne mode bono anso ani ye papa na wa twetwe mu ne nam framam safi the Alan movement for change no obedane no Amanyuku political party mua na 2028 no ojina kansi ni bi ene na umbo dwara ta won krampani ampa relan chamatiri tudwa say movement for change a free movement about a political party. It has metamorphosized from a movement to a political party. When you DB and found so or see a friend UP so the NKA MPP Amanyukuno, one more and or more bossy party Nasasiano, and a UP tradition. Allah send a party no, a friend of UP, and then I can't see me the ombaye. Or say about to a course so 2024 no irregularities and near may be a torch mano. And Nama went to me armor body, sir. Ghana for him said 2028 is going to make a strong showing at Sampa. Ghana for Jiratum. It is some bright night, Alan Shamatin, or any party day or the Toja, Emra.
The vision of the United Party is to make Ghana the economic powerhouse of Africa by 2040. By 2040. And that is what we call Vision 2040. And we are branding this as the Paradise Project. So by 2040, if the people of Ghana, by the grace of God, install us in power, then we promise them that by 2040, Ghana will become a paradise. Now, you may articulate your vision, but what is it that you're going to do to realize your vision? That is what your mission is. And our mission as a party is to build a united, peaceful, secure, and prosperous country. Can you become the economic powerhouse of Africa if you are divided? No. Can you become the economic powerhouse of Africa if there's no peace in your country? No. Can you become the powerhouse if you are not secure as a nation? No. And this, together with prosperity, is what would make us the economic powerhouse. And also, our mission is to provide equal opportunity for all Ghanaians, not for some, but for all Ghanaians. What we have been witnessing since independence is that the opportunities are open for only a few people. The United Party is going to change that dynamics in Ghanaian politics. And it is to provide the opportunity for every Ghanaian to realize their full potential. If you want to become a carpenter, want to become the best carpenter in Ghana.
We are John Alan Kojo Martin, yet our friend Alan Cash, United Party, UP, Brene Odane Dieno, the chitafo ya omo ekota de chi ekutini ne nintini ene okasa kyerɛ omo sɛ de ompɛ so omo ye ebo amaga na mefa no to mapefra ena ote no yenko Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia so Nana Akubia omo so bi Dr. Bawumia chi no wodem dintimai pa so Dr. Bawumia is miles ahead of all his competitors. Omo wane ne press obetum fraka e de ama MPP amanyokuo no de omo bia ama Dr. Bawumia ideas ene said you see e kasa na hobrase ene de ogidie so betuma ye aboa Ghana man no Dr. Bawumia omo aka ne ho no nyina no na chi futuro kra no omo hunu yinti na Akubia
president 8 years and sister or you acting president for 8 years before so society it's a different of Jebe nti no musi omosa Jebe ibi ani ojo omosa a by experience Bawumia or the move still or your champion our experience what nti ahade ni say muni obia eni asem one asem one ni say what the Bawumia na Agaba ko say the person be sign kai muni here amani kai dia ba ko a say oyi nipa obi party ni mu a yeni a ye hwehwe eni suban egwa o hwehwe obi a o to abama no be ye party na obi party ni na so be deep Ghana ni mu a obi a wetu ya connect egwa obi a
right, Nana Akubia, a leading member of the MPP, omo di Dr. Bawumia chi no so na ote ona no asem no. Afiyente University Association UTAG for omo so akasa afa galamsey kon no a Ghana manfo nyina de che eja ego mampani joma machem se onhwe na onye ho bibi. UTAG for says early days yet se omeka se omo ko strike. Isan se galamsey no abayin to ho anam omo ani de akire pa onhwe anamuntu a abayin mu mpanifo tu fa ho na ebrepemu no oso omye ho bibi a omeye until you talk from penny for so the Omaka Faho.
Omina Omoba together and you're from you see a trade union congress no honor that organized labor. Tiaka organized labor, it means that other labor unions are also organized, but a somoba as one umbrella body. And then they say TUC say. And you know say more often than not say TUC as an organized labor mother group. Omo declare striker, all the organized labor groups under them automatically they will have to join the strike. Now you share the history behind the current impasse between TUC and UTAGA. Let me say last year, and TUC and Kasa Eba Bonting Emma Abaina Etia Konyaso then led by His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. Emma almost setting timelines to fight the Galamsey into Asekra. Na enu wechi na UTAG imagine say they are going to go on strike to support the fight against Galamsey. Into omo strike no. Na ewumwa na TUC mother body no ebe U10. Into omo ye U10 no they could not carry UTAG along the U10. Na enu ne nyina ehu say TUC omo di ehwembo because ushe omo posturing at the time eba Brian unions. Nti omo nyina omo back together and you're from organized labor. Na you can organize labor na TUC.
All right, Yanfa Nuncio na Fayem Refi Emedin Komo for Adrian Chirbrain and you may was 0551 599 933 0551 599 933 or the WhatsApp message ba repair kankan ama atifo ne ayefo nyina so atenka live on Kessben television na afi Kessben 93.3 FM so na sabedi kan aka no ene opinion aba we ene nwumre ya ene no ebedu dwuman onye nipa foforo kra wa fidie so watenka epen na oye emranimfo ya empanimfo a National Cathedral aban de hye wo nsa so ho ensie no ono ne lawyer ni a na ogira mu hwe se bibia befa makwan so lawyer Charles Osujwana ewa ha oye Christian and a concerned citizen of Ghana and also a lawyer for the National Cathedral project ha na why lawyer ni de yebehwe na said the arrests and prosecutions are ekoso no ya so far and this amanyiko ibaye abosome enkrum ni ndi omatimi aye ndi ohwe kwan se omo ebetimi aye na afi wi a ya National Cathedral so omo so omo abo ho said the net nam from say omo so sika omo die ni ade ni na so nsem ibedi nkomo akaba
yedwe
pacho na ho yede
me hoye na oso hoye
emi adom hoye pa
ye wa tifo nyina
yo microphone no ewo off yeah good lawyer so far abai ba ye say be January 7 to me sha wonsa no say the abosome nkron de wo mu atwa ohun ne ma say
well I'm saying you my stagnant kakra e wo ne ma bibiri koso the you ni say initially omo ba ye no yesi no le posekwa gofobia di omo court ye ja wo nyina afi sense wo si ya chichi nkofo na dey omo ya ni se bi o akoka bibi Kroma says so freedom of speech, the freedom of opinion, constitution guarantee into a cocker baby, and then a quarter. You see a man a bail condition, out Mrs. A bail condition, and the commercial, and the amount for any so Kroma and where you just indirectly near Pessia, you do too. The Mribiano, and no, there's a spell like air coso, yet it is state assets. I didn't know my name be air cost. And so you no proof of anything here, but yet to take. And say MPP for back power 2017. Within by 7 months, getting to 8 months, you direction and not part in the air. Immediately no, a doom sorrow a jai within 6 months, which was a good step. And I feel we roll out free education, which is a landmark decision of this country. I just say, it is going to prepare a Mebruno for the future. Because Omono Yapo Yampo, Yede Yako, Omo Beche, in every nation, Bia or invest in Quabricha, England, and the rest of the Akolan, the Statisha Colano or the Mammy, said a bear a condition. So that by wait may take over from him because nobody said they do baby a walk. And we yes, I did. And I feel and your man, or we did good crime agenda one in your man, they flow within 8 years. No, it was marvelous. But to me, precisely, baby, I echo apart from and your man cost in a way, the echo saying, and then the way could say, no, my baby, yet, it seems that there is some fear that is being rained on the people of Ghana. Now, maybe I be caution. They said, "I deal with your hobida." Kai, AFRC buy, PNDC buy. Now, go for the intimidation. Go for companies. You go be a chiching. Go for them. Your money, Mama, and say, "Sabi you ni economy." So we who said, "NDC for me and go for fees our background." And ever, a Chief Justice. That is here, Electoral Commissioner. A year soldier for Bibri, BS ready. Yes, and conform a Juma war, but a buying woman, ye be ready. And no may be in the air cost. It be the Kamuqua, and Capati now about power no. Onya botre. No shape problems and work gun. No starting solving a Marco. There is no shame. So we're twa a Juma party back home. Abeshasia, a good for
Baba Ghana fo bebre no aso hwe aba yeto ye no a ahokyera ne wo man mu edanchen a ade ba ko amanfo eka ho asem ye corruption said the dream the any project said the koso no eno nti we aban na ba bi no mo hwe kwan se sɛ wokan sɛ obi adi sika no yɛ nokorɛ deɛ a ɛwɔ sɛ woyɛ biribi mi hu sɛ mpa deɛ wokan nokorɛ wonyine nti na abɛn ni abrɛ sɛ wotie orafoɔ a ɔmokyɛ sɛ deɛ ɔmahu no no yɛgyegye sɛ sika no bɛyɛ $21 billion deɛ ɛbɛba aban fotom nti deɛ aban no yɛ no nso no so to recover sika no bi koraa no a ɛbɛbɔ yɛ.
And it is in the interest of the country say obi akɔkɔtena Ghana sika foto ano ana adwuma bi for Ghana di sika ba na sɛ nipa korɔ no yɛho so wɔ di sika ɛne sɛ deɛ sɛ wɔ prove no so wɔ di sika ne deɛ ɛne ɛkwan bi aso no ɛsɛ ɛkyi no ne yɛde ne kɔ hudi nasɛ yɛfa odi fa na yɛde nato so adi fo nso ano abɛfie but ɛnwoma na yɛhu no yɛkyekye kɔn sɛ aborɔ nyɛ no mo ne yɛnwuma yɛkyɛw ɛyɛ opinions or expressing. I know you are by you may be acquired as media by Sika, and I'm a cause of financial loss to the state. And no sign of course, I know, sir, a criminal libel, it's no more law in this country. It is office where can be Biafra, that's idea no, and then Ukrainian wage. There was civil court for defamation and for a slander, and then your man no punishment. But so we understand, Wakakochino, that will be the judge means to Ama. A bail condition no man offended in the constitutional rights because all the condition to her that's a bailable offense that's the only say the panel to me meet this offense now and meet this bail nti ɛhɔ no nso ɔmo hwɛ ne yie yɛnka asɛm ɛmɔ mo nkyi nkurɔfoɔ ɔmo awie sika obi a wawie sika wadi aban sika wakɔ so financial loss to the state ɛsɛ ɛkyi no but it must be transparent and clear sɛ adeɛ wei na papa wei ayɛ 10 months ni o yɛhu hwɛ ɛm sɛ 1 or 2 bi ɔmo a yɛakyɛ ɔmo bebrebe no yɛ ayi yɛfɛ no sɛn aborɔnyɛ ɛna wuntumi ɛna saa young boy yɛfɛ sɛ adubu ahen ɛne ayi ɛnkɔ n'anim na ɛma n'akyi national service say national service investigation has been going on for a very long time as they say almost so much charging for stealing and the rest of it but so obekaya enchemu ho bebia na fifi kwete kasa lawyer for no omo yiro ho no mo fa nkrofo ne mra ne for mo court that is pre-supposed okay there must be a drive to bring people to the court but the problem is say there were cases that were running in court in this same vein. Same vein, say okay, Kofoi, Omadi Abansika, ye di assembly wa court. Wa court anymore. Yeah, anybody say no le posekwa just say, yeah, person continue with this matter anymore. Now also Daniel who so obey the same thing. The danger was stand say, wo ba na wo yo. Ochina so bi ba a payback time. Na fi corona be tit for tat. Yama mrane nya adwuma. Se nipa na diska yɛnkye no yɛmmɔ ne charge yɛnkɔdi n'asɛm in fairly ɛsɛ yɛma ne bail a yɛma ne bail obɛtumi atua anyɛ saa na ayɛ sɛ intimidation ɛna false justice bi na ɛkɔ so.
But Malala, when you say the framers of the constitution, so we see here the office of the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice no, and then they say the way about if you say minister no be prosecute nipa no we are ben nipa. Into the pa largely in this Fourth Republic, Richard said, a baby aba, Attorney General, no fact, ban mumpenifua, supposedly and allegedly so mediscan court. But 2 minutes done it there, Naba for front bar, no assassin a deal with more court. Tina way so to me done a yard, one by no so far no le prosecute, Jan and Crawford.
Almost state country be a Ghana say almost. State Prosecution Service, any Attorney General in the office, any prosecutor, because Attorney General are buying lawyer. It was said in the practice and the professional practice of law, we are Attorney General, and so detach from the political angle. And I'm saying, I difficult.
Are you appointed by the president?
Yes, you are appointed by the president.
And
the constitution, and the power of the president. The president nepa and we say jina hamami also jina hamami it is the president and the prosecutor through the Attorney General, because the powers are with him, the executive power is with him, but the constitution, the framers of the constitution did it in such a way, say, you will detach yourself. And so you're the kind of human being who will be able to detach yourself from that corruption to be able to stand as a person and a professional to deal with the matter judiciously. But the fusion between the political party wing and governance, aba. And I say, even though there is a case that is going on in court, so some guilty and instead say so my case na go through. Na judge na say not guilty. Usu wajai. Ujai I didn't know wajai. You to the court process na. I know I can't buy that one. My name na judge ni kaso you guilty and because me as my make can say so be kotena aban adwuma so. Na so ko oye nyoma enfata. Owi aban sika. I will see a dynasty near the to prison. She said the Edinphobia to prison, Dano. But so Bana Sokasi a jai case no dia. So I'm a court na Juma. Court no say the third arm of government. Nejuma no. So we finding the guilty. And now find 2 man the crime and now finding the guilty. That's a Wofa who be uncle Chu before fra. In your double standard now, bon. Immediately it becomes a political move rather than a legal move. Okay, as you know, the constitution has to be amended in some of these parts. Oko abroche say you say crown prosecution. Crown prosecution in your body. A case be about prosecution o. You may be a baby and all my private law firms. No my. And yet a crown prosecution for an year. A so law firm number 1. Your case won't prosecute to my. And a barristers will prosecute to my. Won't prosecute. A very, very powerful prosecution service devoid of government. To the mechanism. But I have said in India, it flows. A party be a baby. You see those signs going on.
Sure.
And the corruption there also. Now corruption you see a person you corruption system anymore. The corruption starts from the civil service. It starts from the civil service, right from invoices. Generate says when you are spending the way no. I want to start fee. It is bloated from there. And the question national budget in the national budget, is bloated. Into the BIA. For example, you hear ECG.
Yeah.
ECG is a test case. The BIA make a ECG out of the triangle, in generation of power and service of power, and the distribution of power. ECG is the one that produced nothing. A VRA, any IPPs, any generative power. Now, Greco, the power are transmitting. ECG the meter na abebo. And I also why you say it is kanimame. You can determine how much power went through Greco to ECG. But you cannot tell how much money has been generated. Yes, ECG for the car. ECG for the car. ECG is a monopoly. It is a monopoly. And no one supply power. Ghana. How can that be a monopoly and yet be bankrupt? I mean, just because there's something really inherently wrong in that company or corporation. How do you privatize a monopoly? Monopoly means that I have the market. Which Ghana as a country to make development. Also may privatize it.
Okay. Yes, prosecution is so. So the worker in other jurisdictions holiday prosecution typically my private firm crano. Other countries we also are. Attorney General na. No, and ya buy na term you could terminus with the government say I buy kwa no so call. Oko Israel no France no more. Ultimately the president crowd be no echo court because no kwa on the water or in a juma. Ye had ye Sunday may yet in an anado eba was setting up office of the special prosecutor. A man of 7-year term. Yeah, 7 years mandate. I say by Rucho and Fina now qua or over to us in few years. Do be appointed no prate bit me so no da so ho se be ya obey independent nanka a baby ntimi chinchim no che wa nya minister me kwa me no na ekro so far special prosecutor officer na nke wodi da so say ka corruption cases say the HTT kono na ya na ehun nye bia NDC for na time MPP for na NDC for na time NDC for no I say you hu na dwuma ye but we are spending so much who say
well who say special prosecutor no or train the powers if he attorney general no
yeah
into attorney given time no is subservient to the attorney general
sure
in time no more a special prosecutor or canvas no me suggest say yen creating as a body of the constitution no onu kwanza enye ne body onu kwanjina na so a or special prosecution on certain matters and matters here the be man ya anya ne sa into who say even though 7 years of a you know it seems that the powers are a bit curtailed in terms of what he can do and there be resources so resources if you attorney general for na and now the government of the day na beba into ni sa endru papa said they say edru no but nyina is webbed up in the way the system has been created see and kasi a reform a creative bodies be cannot be touched for example so chief justice here he say I water down the position of a chief justice by merely somebody writing a petition to the president and the president decides say sa petition here there bano or the back council of state for say nipa na ya de na ye kanu whether it is true or meritable or not or be set up committee whatever the committee comes up with no chief justice no ye know now it's presupposed to say judge bia wo ti akonwa so okrom ha if this thing goes through ye be you
oye bibi na aba na nye ho a
ye be you enti ye you what how would you feel so would the assembly na aban no wombia obi right here in trouble na aban no wombia how would you feel unim so ahwe ko di assembly na would di assembly ko ba bia ye be you enti no the potency of the judiciary has been affected badly now there's some even so ekosu say our courts no I multiple transfer of judges you judges fee and crime you don't come be near the other people from other places ever. Now that goes against the fact say these judges are settled judges so mudin sem ebinu wo finfin ebinu ma chasser ebinu ma fe number chasser and you know say transfers there ko new judges never no e pre suppose to fe number be steady files no metimi are effective me feel say e won here and more just already the justice is delayed. Justice delayed is also denied. It is a question. The question that you want to ask yourself is why? Why is it going on like that? Why all of a sudden the judiciary jobs, you know, and you're solid to say any first review? There must be a reason. Into the moment here, the division of the legislature, which is a very powerful body, and the executive, which is another powerful body, and the judiciary, you know, so say the judiciary, which is supposed to be the watchdog of these two powers, in the arbitrary use of their powers to come up with laws that are not consistent with the constitution, and then come out with the arbitrary use of power, which is against the rights of the people. No, judiciary in this seems to have been compromised. In those ones, and move into areas a man for be try some be far crime for so and their power judgment. Upon there because they can't trust the court anymore. And so they will resort to other means, you know. Officer Obi Bibi, and so there is some turbulence be baby. Ube huna koyi bibi for cry. Into me, the man advise the government they say, Sanyo many no. I won't hear. But almost on 24-hour economy.
Yebeba ho but the okay here pa say enka judiciary atemuafo no e na omo de ono no ya appoint no say oye judge especially the superior court na constitution kan wasem no lower court so the constitution enka parliament dey be a critic ono ya appoint no na ya de dwuma hye ne nsa jesu akoye bibi boni bi a ejisi tiamra na ya fa kwan ya emra foso de yi na firi ho eno na me kan sir loan for a constitution na salon for constitution no we democracy a Ghana ka ye koye nimpa chen wo mo nanso omode no protect atimuafo no bom ho ba ye chen se Ghana ha wo pese otu mampani a gise ko parliament omode debate ni eto so about 2/3 majority e ka se yinyi no wo pese otu speaker the same thing by ye speaker ne de chief justice ne de se mampani committee na committee ni we ka se yi na no anu okọ ba o kan selon for de a superior court justices ni nyina se ye kan ho asem committee ni report ba se into no kra gise ko parliament no no sunya 2/3 say dampa ye into no so they are highly protected and na Ghana nko de this is so okay we are judge na say who di asem bia na you want to be in the good books of the sitting government ye bia in this nko omo ye constitution no ho ma adwene ho ana say separation of powers say judiciary no so no omo so no ye bo by no to aye o madwuma without fear or favor
say that day we see 2 times now happen now the time no obituary petition a command Nanado said I will see chief justice no because why no maybe Nanado go through that document and no testing no with the evidence now akwano no and no who say mbedura
obi beka say Nanado na appointed no the protected
o mami oh yeah no say mbedura because oma sequential a year analysis and just say mbedura. And also based upon that, on pushing it forward. That is the understanding, say, if the process is to work in any circumstance, it must be interrogated properly. Because the independence of the judiciary is paramount in our life. The independence of the judiciary, even for the president and everybody else, if the judiciary is not independent, you are in trouble if the state is coming down on you with its powers. And you cannot compromise the independence of the judiciary because any protect your rights, any DNS any human rights, any protect it. But if a chief justice is going to be removed, who said so no they now kind? It says parliament. Now you have to test majority. And say what me you know. A principle to say untimi yini kekese bia you say where you transfer bi ko baby. And I say a policy a wo ho yes, you be a 10 ultimate spend sika above you do policy and I say would you be a sem and what transfer judge. What do you mean go chief justice because of that? Because these are all in his administrative capacity. Obey judge. The judge must have misbehaved. Misbehavior is on points of law. On points of law. And I water down the position of a chief justice. And so, immediately, steps must be taken to amend the removal of the chief justice. And the president must be out of it, totally. It should be a different body. A body it comes up from different angles, parties need control.
Or separate them, final parliament said president.
If the president be selected, a chief justice cannot transfer. He doesn't have anything to do with his removal. He doesn't have anything to do with his removal. Removal will be dealt with in another setting. And yes, the powers of the presidency or the executive arm is very powerful. And that is why the independence of the judiciary is very, very important. So that it will stand up against it. The legislature, and if they can pass it. And if it is a party with the president, I also will pass it. It is only the Supreme Court that can say no, this offends the Constitution. So all them channel. Now say if the Chief Justice and then the judge is not motive, they find themselves in a difficult situation. So what do you think will happen?
Corruption said now say it starts from the civil service. Civil servant na said there be a raise voucher no de kakra to so a onu so nko pension no na wadi bi pa man for so mo kra na chere politicians no kwa wona chere okwan no e de pa na yebetimi aye ye bia auditor general report no beba no various infractions wo mo no oh yes won ko gemra yentewe ebe wi ase chese sika enwunugu abanfo mampani kra chese yenye mra no se be ya ka woni mra 6 months na ugina sawam na afi de so we civil servant tackling the dust in the public or civil service and the politicians. Ain't pa ni also me any kwai bi to ase.
So obi obeba government be and government position be. The first thing you do is an audit. You need to audit sikana eba okono. Nyoma na eba no. Nyoma eba government audit ne okay. Nyoma eba ni. What compare with how these monies are being spent, and the ways the monies are going down and the rest of it. They be a make us as a Michenko for be na NDC time, Rollins time, na VR boss, ne feno Kisley Hayford, and I'm back with him no so into how on me bonko. When the time no or DG won. Say almost can ba, once start na VR no autonomous. Almost can ba. Afu be won na sikano. E come back na. Oh, who's the canon see? Why, sha, oh. And on one casano, so no casano engineer, no sanso accountant to some extent. It was status on one investigation, a fraud test, or free obien. After the last minute, who said some 5 accounts to be a system nima. Maybe a scanning be common. Unim the back to Tracy, I know who said accountant, any auditor no or one. No signatures to those accounts. Into your building system into the system. As soon as the money reaches there, it siphons it away. Into the Buhunisikano. Uja is idea Pepsi correct. So now this is happening in all the ministries. Way back, no about better. No who's at the end of a benefit. Oh, Jalade, my own TNT. Near Koso. There must be an audit to find out the front load and what happens to the back load. After invoices are generated, and they call ECG, say supply posts, supply way, they call other state enterprises. No. It is over bloated and also suck it down. It is civil service and the public service. It's the biggest problem. If I don't know government are even so better. They say ECG, they be on the car. And so they be on the scanning the scanner fine. Obekone the invoices. Huge invoices near the court scanning few more. Until at the time no so much VR car. Ne VR nebi the court electricity fuel near scanning anyhow.
So how do we deal with this? Yenyen day. If you say ye bia what general baba country say na akudi amount for yenyen day.
And I make us say the best ECG say ECG is not a company that you need to sell. If in any part of it, you're not autonomous. You're a company. You're for experts. Even if it means you have to bring somebody, an operator, no about the operate ECG. Also immediately, ECG will be making about 5 billion a year because unknown so it can be brilliant. And then until we need to learn to try to start some of these things so that they build and then they transfer the skills to the Ghanaians who are coming. Because Acheo, top company, GMPC, we say, and so still, and then with all these resources, and to kind of so banso you accounts.
And that brings to the fore as similar and none of pay near Kahwasem say power the change pe na technocrats be rise through the ranks and be anko na be managing director of ECG VR no and some munyina be political appointees go out to say they are square pegs out to say juma na na kotoa no technical know how pa no onimu obi na beba ba ka kire sese ne ade we ye no nti oye bu no kora no a obi ye dilo ohunu sa de na aba no kan ye sha se na nti sa Rollins time obi beba bi a Rollins buy no obi ompe no otimi kora gina public kama ohu se bi a CEO we oye niema bi ba onyi no oye na dwuma ye say no power ne sesa ya na ye yimpanifo ni nyina afiri ama party na oba no ode ne nkrofo e na aba bi go unyi se no ka ho bi ma corruption no e west.
Oh yes, transition no de ka ho bi pa. And I make us say, so then you're autonomous, it will cost the country a lot of money to sack somebody of such nature at that time. And then you're autonomous, I don't know, or yeah, Juma, government yen Juma no so do he answer Sikana Eban, you go national person, and the government the yen Juma. What I say, and yeah, I can say, okay, you're bent no, where you're Crawford Koshisha. Crawford and the Kosha was on your capable. It will cost the country a lot of money because on tear dinner or yenasi. And you know, that happen most of the places, over ministers, you appointed any Omomoko enterprise. It was a you know more, you know. Omonye be that. You're not trying because you're a political appointment. What did I make an answer? And I believe that Ghana, you were experts in different fields, almost all the fields. Some are competent enough, but maybe they are not politically minded because some are professionals. And so there's nothing stopping the government to say, okay, hey, Bagu, you know, so you're good, work for hospital, now work for her, Aka Kusiansa, they will hire you more higher into Brabaya. Likwahi, yeah, I can be. Or say, Massa, who bought by her, and your Wofa sin, I didn't cut be because of your Wofa, and our downfall. Or Frank Crawford more the capacity to run companies like Exxon Mobil to come and make profit for them. And the Tuomo Council say, the Exxon Mobil fucker. Now look at Singapore, which was behind us. Look at all those countries. And because they decided they were not going to remain where they were. They were going to move forward. Obia Pesoko government no be sikeni ochina. How can that work? Government don't go to government, don't I hear you? What person is sikeni private sector? A farming. And I be na back where you know. But they all want to move. You man appointment of government because me pay we. I didn't hear. Hold on. You know, wait me yeska. Into the mindset and the perception and the way of coming into governance, are flawed, and it must change. You need say you need a Crawford Krum ha, or you're competent enough to work on the level of governance. But maybe they don't want to get their hands dirty in this murky politics. But leaders no more than some who say they are leaders of the country, not leaders of their political parties. And to move to the national level now, we are president of the nation, and now we are chief justice of the nation, and now we are speaker of the nation. And therefore, the interest of the nation should be paramount. And the country has got a lot of people who are competent enough to hold these positions. He could be in the other opposing party, but he's still a member of this country, and the fortunes of this country should not to his benefit as well.
He says, power necessarily in you are. Fuso Yasabe Pamo, say Yabai Naba.
It is unlawful. Internet said the system must be able to check on these things because say power needs changing hands. I said the police force and the security apparatus, they must be vigilant to make sure that these things don't happen. If they stop it once and twice, he said the elections look at the spite of raids and stuff like that. It was very uncomfortable and not nice at all. And and the police for near soldier for near some keep peace. They failed there.
Okay. I was for a now the punch chimedi and our here Kessben television starting and our Kessben 93.3 FM so Facebook Live or Kessben TV na Kessben FNA lawyer Charles Osujuana and AD and Komo and for various prosecutions near Resa so the fight against corruption said that they be ayeti say a DNT near Betty say we diska na a baby so ba ono na be mu Crawford de obia hoson obia hunifo nemom se se ye MPP ni bia MPP for say witch hunting NDC so ba en so no mo so ana MPP for acho mugina court nyina no o say witch hunting ti o mo ja wo mu nyina ti how do we fight corruption na civil servant so of asase a wo ye ba no mo kire politicians never see the see ade no e be de ne yakon enso e de akwanim wadwen hwe fabra 0551599933 quick ma me message ni kakra na afi ye mra be national cathedral e bia no mo so docket aye ready eba eti honsem o say Allah's presidential be the sealed forever. His United Party cannot win more than 2 seats in Ghana. His mission to destroy MPP make it impotent. Hey, asabo. Also, good evening to you and your panel. Kennedy Japan is the only candidate who can win Power 2028 for MPP because he's bold, humble, honest, and he's practical leader. And also, you think about the grassroots. So let's vote. Ken, send, and come out the freedom and the way so. So what's some no fans more? Ye de home and kume. Okay. Good enough. This is Nana Amwako from here. Allah is now a frustrated politician who hangs in a balance. Movement for change has collapsed, and NDC has disowned him. This antics is a strategy to come back as he did in 2008, but no one will accept him this time because he has proven to be irrelevant to the NPP party. Now, based on his performance in the last election, why UP? So which you he didn't matter. God is watching him to spend the wealth he acquired as a minister in Kufuor's government and another government respectively, so that the ordinary citizen can also be beneficiaries. King Dave from Efiyase. So in Ghana, the politicians are telling us that when newly posted teachers and they don't go on demonstration, they won't be cleared. Okay, we are talking about clearance na abano. Benji from Fancy said, well, honestly, JDM has started good things, no doubt, but he should make his legacy follow him until he leaves again and again. Okay, so bring a message about what we are discussing so that we and then able to me I can answer the war. Evangelist Abel can come body teacher Bunti from Asante Achemfo say. Wofa Kofi Mr. Lancha Martin and his United Party are not serious. Vision 2040 for where? At the time, where will he be? Rashid from Masakori Zungu. Good evening, Wofa. A good news for the NDC that LUP is a signal of the demise of the NPP. Good evening, Wofa. I like Alan Martin for his fighting spirit. It appears, however, that he's still peeved at not getting the opportunity to lead the NPP. His main aim is to destroy the NPP rather than winning political power. Ponder over the name he has chosen for his new party. George from Kumasi. Good evening, Wofa. Please, there is a question bothering my mind and I want to ask you if you can answer it for me. The question is, when the NDC was in opposition, they said this NPP people who are doing the Galamsey, and now they are in government, the Galamsey is getting worse. So please, I want to find out from you, who are those doing the Galamsey now? Say Ike inside a table. Good evening, Mr. Host. It's currently, government is not doing things right. Richard from UCC. Hello, good evening, Mr. Host. I'm Dave from BNI. Please ask the lawyer that all what he is saying is true, but was that advice not there when NPP was in power? You should stop the hypocrisy. No wonder he's a lawyer for the National Cathedral. Anyway, good evening, Wofa Kofi. I've never seen a man so bitter than Alan Martin in this world before. From someone who was made a cabinet minister for 6.5 years, contested and lost election, and all of a sudden, that same person has now become his enemy. His level of ungratefulness is above the sea level. Safo Kantanka Emmanuel inside Asago. Hey, people can write too. Greetings, Wofa. Today's discussion suggests that we have a long way to go as a country, Ghana. We are not honest. I've been teaching for quite a long time. Our curricula are absent from the teaching of honesty and patriotism. Our interest is to make sure we pass examination and get white-collar job. Asamaba, Ibrahim from Agora. Ibrahim, good evening from Kwejo Bwedikmo. What I say, if the NPP party make any mistake and vote for Dr. Omiya, wallahi, we NDC will give him Hussein Ibrahim to show him the difference between one and Y in 2028. And I know that they will going to vote for him again. If you worry soon, you will join Okonfo Agrada at Nsawem. That is prejudicial. Mr. Host, the government has given clearance to pay all the new recruit teachers starting from November. God bless the minister. Please, Wofa, don't waste your time on government, on cathedral. There's no corruption. Neji from Msenye. Good Wofa, I'm a Frane Electricals from Pakoso Estate Kumasi. The politics of you scratch my back, I scratch your back by the NPP and NDC should stop. Anyone who misuse the nation's coffers must face the law. Lastly, I wish Alan Martin's UP well. Right, my friends here. Na me some lawyers. Lawyer, UP tradition. You see that in your United Party. As I want for interest, we will power say, you know, MPP for UP, you know, no one lack of idea in the party.
It's so interesting. It's so interesting. It seems that you support to Alan way back for a very long time, supporting the power, but Edu Baby, it's like he was making decisions without informing any support. And you know, because I many shy, and then Tama or pull out from the race, after the first day, because Nyabotre na remain in the party. Na yanko elections, If Baumiya win, fine. So when win, then you have another opportunity.
Yeah.
When Tieno come out of the party. Now he didn't come out of the party with joy or happiness. And to the bitterness or whatever, no, and not the cote, acquires a movement, no. Now he has continued in that and has come up with a party. Strangely, on the UP and ABBA, which obviously, from hindsight, is a competition between where MPP has come from. It is like now we are going to struggle for the membership of the party. I think it is not a very interesting thing. I think it's not a very interesting, but Alan is a very nice gentleman, very calm, nice gentleman. I don't know why he's going that route, but maybe the UP party will be able to build itself up and become the next government. Who knows? It is Alan. So let's see how far he gets with that. But I think I don't see how he's going to be able to crack the vote levels of the party. Because who's the MPP? No, almost support 2 MPP. No, when they get into these areas, no money abri. They kind of come together when they see that they have an opponent. Apart from obviously NDC with their opponent, when they see they have an opponent from within, they always pull up resources and stand. And you know, I wish him well, but I don't think it's a right move.
As a political party, okay, the UP tradition history from 1979, Victor Usu, a time William Furiata, Planas Pauli,
yes,
breaking away. Emma Victor Usu mixed the presidency, MPP for Montam Cassia. If you just said the ally, Tia, almost say Adena Padu Husu winning. I want to tame the fortunes of MPP. Say, good, yeah, go on.
Today, UNC, today, the UNC. Yeah, but UNC, it was effective because it was a breakaway from the party. Into Omokoya now, first round, the second round, you know. UNC for ni support the other side, but when you break away as such, it's only a group of people be and almost pretend some way. That is how they did very badly in the last elections.
Alan say a irregularity no anyade.
I was high in him, but if there was an irregularity, I should have been able to correct it. Because when our campaign, I saw our campaign will lose now. They show me when I leader. And if there was an irregularity in the 2024 election. If there was an irregularity, obviously, if you saw it there, then you should have dealt with it and turn it around in your favor. It's either you are a bad campaigner or you are not meant to be where you want to be. And to me, I don't see that as a campaign there. And yet easy feat to try to get the other human being to support you and to vote for you. No, and yet easy feat. You must campaign. You must be seen on the ground talking to people, trying to convince them to come and join you in your beliefs to be able to lead them. But say tabletop campaign, say walk, Obiya Obiya bottle of water, Obiya 10 cities and not 20 cities and not 30 cities be. Or come back to the party because you have not convinced him to come and follow you. You must work on the ground, seriously, to get a following. And Sana I don't think he got to that point. Maybe this time he will have the structures on the ground to be able to do some work. But I believe that other parties will also be doing that as well. It will be interesting.
Utiala Kasane ni Machese, who say, party di Hamo, say Ubi on Nanado in the Koye. Na Moko first round on Nanado enya more than 50%. Now see a course second round, so you may Jim. Ama Nanado. Nanado regional apostle say, Alan, you will come after me. Na Nanado kwa. Na wamala ma akofa na bidi echi na diabanti. Ujin said, "No, they are do who you are way."
It could be, but as Alan, who he is, and a very democrat and an educated person, also who said the constitution of the party is what is the underpinning of the association, and it is not a monarchy. So we have until we do issues than we It could be that, but and you're rooted. Until you must go and campaign and win your slot. What did I make an answer? It is one campaign ye. That's will be a campaign, that's where we near. Why do you get offended? And now, when you had the opportunity to go for a second round, which you could have won, on in another, because that time on another sikasa, and on the Neuska, and on one kasa, on his own, a push it out to the man another. Another so one find a Juma said okay first, because the constitution does not allow him to appoint somebody to take over from him. There should be a competition.
Sure.
Otia said, right from inception, no, Okasa Hamid Ebenene, because constitution and Kasa way back, na way neighbor. Constitution say, it do start time, you better twaba. Who are office over, we are competent enough, and now we do time I saw contesting. I saw here why didn't say semi contesting. Now, grounds now, now we yank for no to Abama. Oh, man, to Abama, I don't just say, party need to jammo. Because and your partner and I'll be a minister. Kufuor government, you are a minister right through. Nanado government, which is the 16 years MPP for really, you are a minister right through. You can only say so we are a minister because of this in the party. International party it is your campaign. Serious campaign now obey went to me hope he said and Kufuor better Abaman because Alan Martin and Nanado say official or not. But that is not what the constitution is saying. The constitution determines.
How for say Alan unim how to build party structures. Say Olusu 2007 the na ankono. Omo di na chini nyina went one so mu ye to here 2012 2016 afi na the fortunes of party mu nyina na chitafo ni nyina eko. Which is sanity.
Well, no more there to some extent. I think it is true. So after Obe lose to be and so no, I know Juma into leave base, said the tenor, and then obviously the party that won, because he sees his people as their enemies, in the party, he sees them as them to they hit against them. What's in the mechanism? Until obviously go for now, no more support to know. At some point in time, they were not protected. So they also that sort of thing. I did there was also a president. That's our party more. And so that is the time you go down to work for the people to know you, to accept you. In the next election, never ban. You have your following. But who Jaina so Juma. That's the time so for election, Masamba. Obiya Juma were grounds so no star. After 2008-7 elections, 2000 and the next elections, Nanado Ahino Onyabe 93 or something percent, which means that he had worked on the ground so powerfully until irrelevant. The second time, the same thing. I just want one way that he has moved forward, affecting. I don't think you should blame the party. It is his strategy and the rest of it that has. But he's an excellent material or a technocrat. A Juma be at Malan or discharge it.
And he has the ideas.
The ideas to be able to discharge it. But there's politics and there's discharging responsibility that are beginning. That's why you're a politician. To get the power, to be able to use the power, to do a good job. But so you fall short of the politics now, you will never get the power.
Okay.
Into where and that is where Alan is now. And UP is not the answer.
UP is not the answer, lawyer. Or say Alan is a bad loser. One for the Golden Boy announced one point. Well, good evening. This kind of corruption that we are talking about is starting from the previous government, NPP. In their time, we had more corruption cases. Now, they turn back to blame the NDC government. So the NPP communicators and their serial callers should blame themselves in terms of gargantuan corruption. Yes. Greetings to Ken Eche. Right. Good evening, I'm Sita Modest from Brekum Golden City. The National Cathedral is a huge corruption. There's a huge corruption in it. Well, look at the huge building they use our taxpayers' money to demolish. Please, lawyer, I want you to say the truth and gospel truth that there is corruption in building of the cathedral. Lawyer, say the truth, and it will set you free. Very soon, we will tell you the truth. Mr. Host, the only thing that can stop corruption is firing squad. Mark from wow, you're quite China. Okay. Mr. Host, the only okay. Okay, see, leave Alan Shabate and diabolic idea. Ken is a better choice. Che Bafo, and also Ena Eka way. I say, if the MVP win, what are you trying to say? Okay, I'll say Alan can never be president of Ghana. Ale, did see Gatiti second D. Governor Hoshan. Kennedy is the right person to lead MPP. Jerry from Sunyai. I mean, if I win Chateau, now for him, I National Cathedral, no more incense. Of a good evening, Adam Sawab from Yeji Pro is who knows the incoming president of Amia. You know that every Ghanaian is a holder of Ghana card, and even the current president. Why do not back? Hey, that's a profo. Profo do. Okay, I say of a good evening. Brother Mama Phil Ghanaians, we are waiting for the Tabaumia from Michael Jima Nuganofe. All right, lawyer, Yamba meet National Cathedral during campaign time. And you say na NDC then in opposition. Omre ni pakra course omukucha. Now much say I'm na ne boarding the most expensive hole we are say. I'm na motu that National Cathedral. Yeah, must sink more than $50 million into it. National Cathedral no pa sika se na ho de ura fomo de die enti na adwuma no ye hunu no mpagya bia no bia ka so masie du sei e bia dachi be beto so.
National Cathedral, and they're very interesting topic. And some of which we are dealing with it very well. For a man for better said, Akoya Okase, a corrupt in your okay. Said the bay or better see. So what I say, it's so breaking it down, ye man. National Cathedral idea ne by time and Yebeko for 2024 elections. In fact, 2016 elections. And the president, former president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, time oya campaign, also Uwinia, obesi a national cathedral to the glory of God. So that time no oya then or a candidate, and then the campaign message back on no. You got to abano. Nipa bear 1 million to more for him than the next person, which is the current president. We need election by 1 million. In politics, it presupposes say, and some not the two jano, Ghana for so. Into umbe expect to say, Sanyo mana wakano, obeye. Onyewe in 2017, no set up a table. And of course, Attorney General Honokas, Attorney General, Azema Mikai, me person who say, Emremuno, and Mamma Kwama Meyana. And Attorney General man, on his opinion, say Emremudi, a Maukai, so be see. And obisu di assembly court. Say religious houses are Ghana. Are they entitled to state sponsorship? And the National Cathedral no, as one of it. And the Supreme Court of Fonsuye ruling. And say yes. It is a constitution allows that to happen. But it doesn't allow it in discriminatory matter. Until once Muslims no Islam no I will say government to be Biama Christians, which is the cathedral is a solitary for Christians. One fans who decide is okay. And yeah, how do I implement this policy? Into implementation, no say. I'm not going to rely solely on government money. It must set the company up as a company limited by guarantee, which means the government will give a donation and now a seed money. And the government will also give the land, IDBC Cathedral, and will set up an interim secretariat for the takeoff. As we speak in government, we seed money of 58 million. Wasan ye amasa aseno. wasanso ama secretariat no mo de ahyase. Now when they say it is a very expensive hole, it's a wicked way of anybody of experience of that caliber. Omo MPs, omo ministers da. Omnim how these things work to say it is an expensive hole. Enya no kreda. So kwa National Cathedral site ho. Ubehu say yetuam na. Any aye platform. Now sana ye ba be see National Cathedral no. Architects will have to draw the cathedral how it will look like. Architects ne ba eso tuam ka meboa. Ubehu tuam ka ubehu cathedral nsesi ho. David. Because they will paper so. Structural engineer beba. Ono so beba be any dey say the be cathedral ni sia. E betumi hang it up. Hey, ono so obe any dey any we paper no so. Obehu say esi ho. David. Consultant obe coordinator dey ni nyina no. Obe any adwuma. Obehu say cathedral ni si ho. Bill of quantities, obe bill of quantities no. Oye ni nyina wi a. Obehu say cathedral ni si ho. All these people, because it is a huge project, now the National Cathedral is made up of the cathedral itself, the museum, Bible museum, and a Bible garden, 350 a seater restaurant, and a multiple conference centers.
Okay.
That is the National Cathedral. Such a very huge project. We are consultant. Consultant no so bana so put in nyoma together. Ube hu sa de ni si wo.
David.
But ube tuanka. After to ma draw nyoma no ma ye museum no ene nyoma ni nyina awie no. Contractors no e fa o mo so mo nchen no. Omo sink 25 meters deep concrete and steel. Omo tu amra no mo de egum. Eno mo pija no mo de slabs na to so. The naka ni say big pager walls.
Did you want the ura from cry chain
25 meters. Because they saw you could see a dinosaur. A muswood. They saw the sea born so. Why you know we? And I must say a expensive hole. Now, sir, propaganda is starting 2021. And this is for sure. At the side way politics. I can say Victor Kusi Mensa, Kusi Victor Kusi Boating. 2.6 million be. And look at Chini for 2 days. And so then what it was is that Victor, tell me now man Kofus Kase, among cost site no ko ye read by phone ko ye adwuma no. Na Cathedral for needs enough money. Into no man the company back ko bo mo busia 2.6 million. Into no time do your musaka musika no. No returning 2.6 million no man Victor. And no number 5 returning the money to Victor. Omuja money that was given by Victor. And now I'm to go to just Victor no. Omucheska. It is the acrimony and the lies and the deceit. Not ever against National Cathedral and Intino. 3 of the pastors no join them. Resign. Obi decide never say he had his own issues. Nimba so be kaya. Intino and no man ever he could not stand it until he left. Obi said Central Gospel so be kaya. He was a board chairman. No. It is what I about the Sunas and Crofo Yesia. Into an incredible about the Sukra. The same thing applies to Kodesh Papano. And Duncan Williams. They all left because of the acrimony and the lies and the things that were being thrown at them. And to Rebecca just say, oh, there's corruption because he has heard it. Meanwhile, Nipano can say there's corruption. He'll be very sad. Instead of them going there, going to the website and finding exactly what is going on. Now, the National Cathedral, the government set it up in such a way, say to be a partnership between the church and benevolent societies and then government. Government, any 58 million, seed money, any assassin. The government, they were in the area. But because people wanted to donate to the building of National Cathedral, and this acrimony and say, man for corrupt, they stopped. And since then, NDC for back away. Say a cost still. You call OSP. OSP for BBMI. You call NIB. NIB for fashion by. You call Shraj don't report about no wrongdoing. Deloitte and Touche, one of the best audit firms in the world, Omako through, they haven't found anything wrong. Then say, government will be a special audit. Now, when you get to that point, then you begin to think, what is going on here? On the flip side, a lot of money, state money, not side by side with private funds, has gone into Islam. The mosque was built under the guidance of this president.
Oh, you did a and see.
Assassin ya bandia. To say the way where yes okay, you must seed money. Into Monso Mufas Kamebwa, yes. Assassin ya bandia. Assassin da Kaukudi ho. Na abe 1,400 squatters on it. And you see, you know. What I say, obviously, permits in here, government had to chip in for all those things to be done quickly. The same thing with the cathedral. It depends on what the president, who has got the mandate to run the country, decides to do.
It is our time, AC Cathedral. No, na Uska, na Ghana Uska, you wait me see such a project.
Who did you? You grow it to me. Over the amount of unemployment in Oklahoma. Are you not surprised that you can walk the streets and walk to your house? Precisely. The reason why I would still work with all the hardship. If you don't baby that, and so be to me, I'm sorry no. Islam, Christianity, and other. Of course, sorry now. I say, no, it is not anything that government does that keeps the peace in this country. I'm telling you today, and it's a fact. It is the churches and the religious houses that are maintaining the peace. Because it is the duty of government to make sure so usu papa yo to onye juma. Na so inipa na so obedidi. Obeda. Oyare obenum aduro na so usu onye juma dia, which is there's an unemployment there. And so we money unemployment benefit, low income benefit, housing benefit. You may be okrum ha. Into what is sustaining these people? It has been the family tree. The family tree is losing it because they cannot afford to continue. Government is taking all the money, yet is giving nobody any money. It's anything that goes to support the church. That is why the building of the mosque and the Islamic University and the Islamic Bank and the Hajj village, and then the 5,000 people who go and the 26 million that was paid, and 5,000 clergy that are appointed by government to support Islam. No, I'm not against it because it brings peace into our system. Now, why is it that on the flip side, 72%, even the taxes that go to government, we pay more than anybody else. We are 72% as against 16 and so 15. In the taxes, so can buy as Christians. Why is it our own has become a difficulty? It's either that something is behind the scenes that we do not know.
They say the okay Christopher no united. One young Cabo Musa, if you say Christopher no be a boy more AC Cathedral, no, maybe just say AC Cassay. You say, Nimi here, Ghana, near Birono.
Ignorance at the highest level. Okay. Tio. I said, go for because of free education yet. Almost scanning to ya. Educating the youth of this country for the betterment of the country tomorrow. I say, yeah. They run campaigns on it, saying, yeah. Simply because they want to win elections. But which country in this world, first world, youth in this? Sikani editua yo nanado 8 years no or the sika pa no di tua mu fees no ene on bibia sa ene so be ka say yeni sika ntime me yenye yeni sika ntime me yenidi yeni sika ntime me yenye ne o me be boy ho ban there be yo ye wo sky de be sa ne o me bi monuments bi wo ha se ye court ene send the court down kra yes because yeni sika but sorry there anything that supports the church. But this government, they are supporting Islam in a very high way. You see university now, you have bank now, you have village now, you have the 5,000 call, you send your clergy, 26 AI. Has there been an audit? Has there been an audit?
So say about Islam there, only be a buying team discuss support. A
clear discrimination. Article 17, Article 17 of the Constitution.
Nobody should be discriminated.
No, you cannot discriminate. There's a clear discrimination. And you do Christian fund and so there. Then it becomes so much a criminal. But I believe it is a political twist. Because the Christians are more in this country. It's in another succeed, not to see cathedral now. It might draw a following to the NPP party. It's in America. But you say, oh, you have see ye cathedral if you are near see before from her. And so, people saw 250 million. Near see, I saw them before. Now you almost see almost all my offices. There has been things that have been done. Oh, you're never in your hospital. It is oh, you're 2 blocks back. All these things have been going on since 2021. How would people donate when they think that the people who are running it are corrupt?
It is a car me year from what the Atibe 50 something $50 million in ano. I buying the fund there and I say
Mr. buying my seed money of 58 million. Cathedral and Baby Eduno, you are spending $97 million. I buy the woman 58. And assassin. And without sa acrimony no kabana you see we and then stop Crawford from donating to the cathedral now. Okay, you see we. In fact, a year, more mama for sending year, I'm successful. 49 million Ghana cedis.
Why? I didn't know successful.
And you said you be sa bank no. Bank in a platform. I just be so because you be so almost say it was unsuccessful. Because for baby in say almost 10 years and unsuccessful. So people are tempted to send these monies 49 into offices at time no yes it is the political aspect politicizes no and the man cathedral no astolo and then also we have special audit on performance after everything has failed say special audit on performance say performance just why is it delayed? But why has it delayed? It has delayed because of the politicization of the national, because the government set it up in such a way that there will be private funds coming in and there will be government funds coming in. Government funds have come in. Private funds has been deterred by the lies and the deceit and the throwing dust into people's eyes. Into the OBI office, there's corruption at the National Cathedral. I may say, OSPI, investigation, BBMI, Shrine, BBMI, NIB, BBMI, Delotion tools, and your audit, extensive audit, you can get special audit to performance. Under my general audit.
They say board name one or more. You say that's so to your is that true?
Oh yes. No say board needs in session. A company limited by guarantee. Until they have a skeleton staff because operations it's still working. Among for still how much donations in the China government, you know, no, because okay, you say you're back to a point who's the National Cathedral, no, Obi any Sikabia, into what person will donate, you know, go on and donate, and you see donations coming from abroad. People are waiting for the government to speak so that they can bring the money to build the cathedral.
What was the project time? Now, a brese na diamamo say National Cathedral come to be CV.
Well, we have contracts, no, within the next 3 years, you know, on exception, it's not come we almost starting in 2017, almost started some paperwork in here, a call PP, government, a year code to PP approval, setting up of the company and in the rest of it. You know. It's just like by now, then, Senye, a starvation of funds, now, and Cabana, ye.
The amount for kind of Mexico never sent for the ban, Omujai donation.
Yes. Here, chairman, he was due to go and get some money from you to buy. Our Okako meeting Crofon when Okujeto started this 2.6 million. And I Crofon push it back. $100 million.
Dollars.
Yes.
Wow.
That would have finished the cathedral. Just one source. Here, a Christopher benevolent societies, when they see things are echo for God. Even Bible Museum, no scrolls, no some old scrolls, no copies, no. Obi donate. He donated it to the cathedral.
There's his scrolls.
I will come and say, our containers must you are almost trained and come here, nom their ship. Name me a group for me ready to put it in there. And you know,
the book of our boy in every Israel.
Say, National Cathedral. What I said, the focal point of Christianity. Your denominational. Okay, program business because of Christian a position, and you go Christian. You never see a Quacosia or Parliament in Hobby. You need a cathedral. So, President in here a Christian. Nasa Bibi and China. Yamin Famo. Nasa Cassia, you call no idea.
The State House.
State House, forecourt. You see National Prayer Day, 1st July. National Prayer Day. Muslims don't call mosque. And you call forecourt. So, remember, boya. And then you can be toya. And you have atosium. Yeah, 72%. And you can see cathedral. For the benefit of the Christians, I think it is in order. It is in order. Because religion has helped this country very much.
It is the old kind of lawyer. Kwamba number for soa, a software Cassia Bubo Mudin. Say Omunina Kabumbe Tar project next year. This is a donation near Dina, a bit to Miacoso. Omunina, you are Mubako, yes, Utaba will draw document, Mills Court, Donka Williams Court, we call. Say Americano, say, and Kabumuna Mark is a song front now. Sadi, okay, it's me.
The bit you, I didn't say. Something if you are okay. They are denominational heads. Christopher, many of me, you know, we Christian. We say, be a Christian, any Christopher. And the Bible catches a give, and it shall be given unto you. Pressed down, shaking together, shall men and women give unto your bosom. Into your see at the end of the year, Yami, aye.
That's so for no. I don't see a grand and say,
I come back, so for no. In Turkey, some time back, there were 7 major churches. Turkey. 7 major churches.
Those days.
Yes. What happened? The echoes to Yana happened here. Oh, maybe them nam Islam ni bohrim. Islam bohrim. And then 70 million Kofo in Turkey are Muslims. 25,000. A country that was solely Christian based. And to Kwanya, what is happening there on this side? The support from government and everything that is going on there, no, it is a quest to move in a certain direction. Whilst on this side, government does not want to contribute towards their building. Why is it so? Is it fair? See, it means even on that level, it means can you the way there? I didn't think it means can find your way.
Be incredible for we call Haji. I buy support to him in a way. But also as a Christopher there, Debbie support to a for any new.
Debbie, why is it so? Internet, why would you community? This is not fair. It's a many Christian new crowd, some Christian. It is not fair. The Constitution does not allow me to do that. It may be aware as some be months away saying. Oh, to the mechanism. You know, all what the cathedral needs is for the government to say, there is no wrongdoing. That these things that were said as a misconception, they have now come to a point. Those of you who want to donate towards the building of the cathedral, go ahead. Now, who give you?
The Abaika sort of a year, is it cultural convention center or something like that? Who say?
Hey, woman, Christo, some number. Maybe I see a baby see a dying. I did a sheminyami and summon an iron. I said, Bear Cultural Center. Cultural Center, there's a baby one kind. I didn't go for our assassin now find your cultural center. Sasa see the dosso, abans assassin, baby. Into state land, the bill of a beer, I could you go for some cultural center. Now, baby, I didn't see me yammy dine. I ain't for couple, me, my mind is a hon sorry. Sa cathedral on the sorry.
You see, we are.
Now, so would the Baba cultural center. Is it fair? I didn't know for hard village in your cultural center. I didn't hear from Most Sudan in your cultural center. I didn't ya. Not yet, maybe you see cathedral and fire control. And you know, a misconception and a misinterpretation and misrepresentation. And I call around, a man for believers say, cathedral, I don't go for this car, a man for this car. Everything about the cathedral, any monies that government has given has been properly accounted for. And those of them who have received it have acknowledged. And the cathedral expenditure has gone past what government has spent. I don't know if you hear me.
So for fair now, we see a Kessben 93.3 FM now here Kessben television so yene National Cathedral or lawyer near now here will be abra some so lawyer Charles Usu Joanna NAD and for wide range of issues yaba National Cathedral. So I'm here message kakra na fi mimra ebusano and same mienu bi. Of any time I meet anyone who think there is corruption or not necessary to build, if I challenge them and I ask if I challenge them and I ask them why government has been using public funds to support Muslims by making noise about the cathedral, they run away. The NJ from Nsene, okay. Mama is trying to run away from disgrace because of the NDC propaganda and 419 to the CSOs, Cali bishops and floating voter during the 2024 general election, not the NDC propaganda tools, LGBTQ plus bill, another to sign it. National Cathedral, NPP has stolen money. State of emergency within 2 weeks to stop Galamsey. Mahama keeps dodging. Why should Mahama refuse to accept the audit report? Okay. Good evening, Wofa. I am happy Alan is helping NDC to take NPP to a good party. Maybe if NPP will come to power at less than 2088, and I want the NPP to understand that NPP do not do anything for Muslims. That Muslim mosque was built by Turkey. You should know this. This is the second time I heard him say that it was not built by state money. How much is the land cost? You should know that body agents, the cathedral, because this man benefited from the National Cathedral, see how he's speaking. Will he have spent his money in that manner? How can someone's personal promise to God be a burden on the country? Doreen from Chibi. Good evening, Wofa. Oh, NDC to me bibia na mfie na no aso. If you say, can we tell na eye mampani, it no say obegu NPP party no nti de obeka no I don't know ebemu. Is that what you are trying to say? Anyway. Good evening, Wofa. Tell the lawyer tell the lawyer the defending the undefending. Lawyer, say the truth. Don't let God be angry with you. Please, lawyer, can you swear to God that there is no corruption in the building of the cathedral?
I swear.
Lawyer, say what I swear. That shall not swear. Judgment day there. And some more people will burn. Basa, basa, basa. Okay. Good MPP, vote for Dr. Baumia. Offer Lawrence from Kumasi. Okay, Baumia is next to lead. Please, Honorable Land should know that Ghana here, we only have the two parties. Okay. Right. Lawyer, as a lawyer for National Cathedral, you do
Me? Oh, obviously, once I'm employed as a lawyer, they have to pay my legal fees.
Okay.
But I did me call round and I'm
say no. Skeleton staff na kahono. Omorodo is saying, how much are we spending? How much is coming in?
Oh, I cannot tell from the top of my head, but almost knows from maybe 7 or 6 or something like that.
Do you have an idea? Those guys,
I don't think it's
individual salaries, but some the man to send a call.
Sure
say also donation in ma.
Sure said it will go past the 40,000 or 50,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a say so far. I mean by audit upon audit ekosui. I buy no more share. I'm a margin bibia for home the way forward project and I be sir.
You share minister no 3 times. And then the next time he share will be a auditor general deputy no by also be special, you know. Now we had also made advances to meet the president, and Mr. President had directed CASIA minister, local government and religious minister. Ever since they became a government, but nothing seems to be happening. I copy some management report from Deloitte tools. One of them called a press conference on it, and so I had to respond to that press conference. So most of the things it had been resolved, and then the audit had exonerated the cathedral people of that. But strangely, too, National Cathedral Board, when they sit, among 1,000 cities are sitting, each one of them. GNPC board, check.
GNPC there is a GNPC there is only,
but in dollars, and stuff like that. And in a way, no, I saw for them by, and I'm somewhere 11. They came in, some of them are retired.
Yeah.
Professor Pokunya is a retired, sir, Apostle, Most Reverend, Apostolic for or a retired. Or most of them were seasoned men of God are retired. But they came back because they thought this thing was going to be built to the glory of God. Indeed, they spend their time. Archbishop Palmer Buckham of Cape Coast. No, about somebody a man 1,000. He comes not because of the money. So these people are not benefiting from this. Why are they not benefiting, and yet they want to see the cathedral built? Because they are men of God and they believe in it, like anybody else. What did the American say? It's not just a den of thieves. It has not been proven. State apparatus, no, OSP, Shraj, and the no audit can come up with anything. When if there's been any corruption, which was being alleged, and comment on that. Now, to make us okay, contractor now abandon, your train is cast on your Juman, and all your Juman. If the contractor has received his money and is doing the job, is that corruption? Unless you can prove that somebody took money and he used it for a purpose that was not meant for it to be used, and it's a corruption. There's no crap on no. If somebody has taken such money, what happens to that person? Just like in a ministry. If the minister does something that is wrong, is he not prosecuted? Does the ministry close?
No.
The ministry continues. Some reason here, you don't want the cathedral to be built at any cost. If that is what it is to change the place to a cultural center and the rest of it there, say so. So that whatever should happen, maybe what? But sir, and then it is buying time. And we have issues. We have contractual issues, frustration issues. And we have a debt that we have to pay some people. And we need to close, we need closure.
What the amount for cut? Yes.
Yes. The amount for cut to the tune of 15 million. Yes. Because because fans are dry.
Asofo yi abubo mu de akesefo mu free mu manya time manya bre no makosia amahunu di nti o se ombeboa manya medan se ne nehia bre no mu so mu si no
ya na okwa philosopher say asofo do so suffer yourself me na friend enye ne friend nyame philosopher na uni hobi ono no se nyame friend se nyame friend na se nyame ya boss dia na so onim se de nyame te dia na wonim de oyam anyame ade nyame so yam awde a se afre wansa da bi o eni se afre wansa
enti ho hia ne se maybe bi a abandada na breso no na manfo enim se omo bibi o abasesa enti coming back to do the work omo ye adwuma no bra aban na sesa no ebe ma obi a so bi a kan na manfo nim se bi a se ya mo no mo se mo no makshia kan bibi abusa omo kwa adwuma no said okay that year to form was 25 meters na ye this 50 something was 90 something million crown ya spending yet me nya ma enkasa akwa
and in the baffle me no if we have gone that far Why can't we finish it? And the government does not need to give any money. Say, 250 million. Project, 250 million.
Okay.
And you know, obviously, as you said, 97. Obviously, says you're trying to crack. And you know, you have to maybe redo some of the parts again and stuff like that. It's just about that because dollar now, some dollar number 4. It's just about that. But see, Jackabe, let's say 100 and say 97 now, be around 153.
You say
100 million.
You say no. The SNT, yes, Simo Quine, Simon to me, Nisika, and found to our project.
I'm out for no moon, person, Mescano.
But say, and tis a more boho de ruby.
Oh, you're boho de rupa.
I'm a demo number, mobile number.
No mobile number. Some say more for sending it to ground, sending me a trouble there.
I see, because a Jumana, I could do, baby. On say, what did you Ghana? Your problem, pa, say, it is Sake Juma. Now, ya ye akudu baby, a Messikabi akokem. See a baby na Eden for so brain, no naka.
Say no, not you, a leadership. It is that I make actual say Christianity, Islam, and religion plays a very important role in the peace of this country. Now, every government also should be concerned about the peace of the country. And to be a peace in a free banner. This is a my example. Mrs. So you can say 25% of the population is unemployed. It means 25% of the population are liable to committing crimes. And 25% of 30 million.
Oh, Chimbo 4.
Precisely.
There's 7.5.
Almost 2 gums on mobile and then
never.
I saw any echo do whether you like them or not. Of course, in my memory, my minion say a whole do and a family tree. Wofa so beshano. And then there's support. Government does not want to do anything. Now the only thing now, Ebua won't so no. Person, what did the American say? And you know, we are suffering not say come command here. Over here. To say a take. Yes, a Google, only the Johnny free. Your lynchy be no Johnny free. And if that's what you want, they are fine. But me feel say this is a project that God's hand is on it. The cathedral in India. Whether in this dispensation or another dispensation, you will see. It will happen. Any time that a church or a synagogue or a mosque is being built, it comes with its challenges. Because that is where the devil also, that's his thing. Yes, it doesn't come that easy. But you need to be patient enough to be able to go through these things and put them aside and then see the focal point where you want to get to and get there eventually.
Baby, I catch my attention, pa, to designing, architect to design. Nisika ye tea, say, Modiamano. How much was it? Millions of dollars.
Yes.
Why?
Because it's not so or architect or some consultant. I just in your city we wear two hats. In fact, I'm almost setting the parameters for the kind of company that should do it. Local content, a rebuy, you know. 3 companies, no matter to a Ghanaian company and a foreign company, 2 Ghanaian companies and a foreign company. It's bringing people together and making sure that the thing is prosperous and the stuff. That kind of project, it demands that kind of payment. If you want to make the project, monuments, if you are 200, 300 years, let's go. So I go England. It's a cathedral. It's 300 years. Says yes. It is not a small building. It is a very solid, well-built building sitting on the rock, which lasts for years. Now, that type of cathedral, even in Africa, how? Into the business aspect of it, or tourist attraction, a pastor is going to research in the Bible museum, Nina will pay for itself for the management of the thing and the rest of it. It is set up to take care of its expenses. Ghana museums and monuments. Why never been benefiting? Even though the building of the cathedral, the huge chunk of the money is coming from the private sector. Yet Ghana museums and monuments.
Munya a breakfast seems see my to Ghana 40 because only Ghana for me and sending Koma. me no etia say the cathedral. Which is a come at Ghana for some say this is how what because never be our boss was see in the cathedral. But
me believe say election here a lot of propaganda played its role in this election say for 2 years. Because there is a government in your farm, I benefited from free SHS. But he's listening or T and some number for it's the same thing. Obito says, so it's Omu Diska. Yes, see Omu Diska. My far position. On Transana say, yes, who Diska, I will make sure I find out whether it is true or false. Because if you are in the background, no, 17 or Casa 70. Most of the time, no time on be say, more can and now the damage has been done. That is what has happened to the cathedral. Now that they've gone through all these processes, now people are beginning to say, oh, this is what it is. But they believed it. They believed it when it was being said. They believed it. But later on, Appiah coaching it too for 2 days. For what? Simply because he had borrowed them some money and got his money back. Is it fair? Or send it back to American school. Chinese in Ibi, I catch any papa a criminal because of national cathedral. And American school. Is it fair? It's a massa. At the end of the day, no credit about the truth is only one. But if you keep on pushing, audit ABBA, OSB, NIB, Ishraj, and no man but still you are pushing for special audit. What do you intend to achieve? Which human being in this world is perfect? People make mistakes. Knowingly or unknowingly. That is human nature. Nobody is perfect. It is all the man for 2 microscopes. So many baby. It I don't never me a national cathedral. So be a bibi bonity. What has that got to do with the cathedral? It's a corporate entity. When somebody does something, he's punished. But the entity continues where it is going. I don't understand. The yet consistent. Se cathedral yes siana. And the young two and mutu se cathedral and yadia ye bet premium see. Now the legal ranking say woman, near moving here, send your guy. If the churches will now themselves come around and say, let us build our own. What's the mechanism? Oh, yes.
Do you feel frustrated?
It is frustrating, isn't it? Maybe a Christian you. I'm a Christian. I'm a proper Christian. I am happy. I want it to happen. And I know if the cathedral is built, it will be beneficial to our country.
They say, okay, say, I saw from penny for no dear no be able mob. I better no my catch from my son, my class, and Mumbo.
I pull back near 4 people. The rest are there. The board is still in session. I still almost casa, almost yenyoma to get it going. Me say the only thing which is the hindrance is the fact that the government's position that we're taking. If the government tomorrow says, look, we have gone through the cathedral, we have done everything, nothing is wrong with it. Anybody who wants to donate should donate.
Right, I have my last batch of message now for you. Wrap up. I say, offer good evening again. Mama said, "Oh, ye Christoni, na donate cremoni. Dr. Mamia say, we see a sword there. O Christoni say, penny. Rather beba. Jomes. Yes. Oh. Over. This is Adam inside of Wasi. Tell a man to stop Christian-Muslim argument. Christians and Muslims are not in war in this country. You should remember, Ghanaians are more wiser than he thinks. On car Christophone a cremofoot, please. I said, my all can say, it's abiding to me, bois, the cause of Muslims. Cremophone call maker, Kabaying found. So now, so too quiet. Who perform more Hajj. Baba Boamo, ya pay Hajj will be on metra, plane, Ubiam, fancy camera, na do be a buy a say, Binyama, Bona Baform or Mafibia or Moaquaba. That's what he's trying to say. Yes, what kind Christopher say Christopher cry a doss, no. You deserve better. I mean, say Christopher called Jerusalem. Ama Ghana aboa oda and there miss me that come whole protest say e wo say afibia yen so ye be call Holy Land ni akwa akwa baby e waji nkwa Yesu Kristo yesu here support. Teacher Kujo from Tepenya so Alan's political career took a nosedive in 2023, so it's finished for him. Allah somebody want me to why. Mr. Host, good evening. I'm so grateful to God for the boldness God has given to lawyer. I know God will fulfill his vision. Amen. Apostle Wood, Daniel. So we are praying for you, lawyer. The Lord is with you. Fight on. It has always been like this. If it is about the Church of Christ. Okay. Thank you so much. Say also. Christians are to know that the man is speaking on our behalf. So let's support him. Also, after the new order, the Mama should clear the pastors and allow the cathedral committee to continue the project for Ghana. Alpha Udin Ama. Obi a picture video ba. No, I can say please inform him. Ghana National Mosque was built by the Turkish Hyundai Foundation with support from the Turkish government. It is a $10 million project inaugurated in July 2021 and is located in Accra, Kanda area. Please offer inform lawyer. Inform in which way? Is that the okay. Good. I don't have problem with the National Cathedral, but since it was promised by the Kufuado, I was expecting him to solicit for funds to build it rather than using state funds for the building, which have been a fiasco too. From Afrani Electrical Parkoso Estate, Kumasi also be free a buy ye. National Cathedral no atonsium akemromo returns to atonsium and kemrom 97 million and cow right. Good over, please tell the MPP that the mosque was built by Turkey government, not the state money. Okay, if so they kind of man for Papa. For the lawyer in your studio is very strong. He has touched my heart. Satan is very strong. Oh. He has not lost his power since he was knocked down from the seat of God. Lawyer, I assure you, they will come what may. I'll show you, they come what may. The project will be completed to the glory of God. Remember that we are dealing with the demons we cannot see. Let us stand firm. We are not blessed by God. We have the resources, but we cannot develop. The nation is spiritually bankrupt. Let us build this cathedral so that we can be blessed by God. Abraham from Agona, I like your spirit. So Ghana, anyway, I'll say good evening, lawyer. OSP has become a white elephant per the new order by the High Court. The future is pregnant. Oh. Okay, hospitals and cathedrals, which one should be our priority? The good Lord dwells in our heart, not in buildings. From Adam Grace Agura College, 10 patron. And all the way, and so a buyer. All right. Good enough. It's because of the Christians are not united, but the Muslims are united. Please, I'm Kwabra from Ochukrum. Okay, that's your point. Good evening, Mr. Host. This man is not saying the truth. That is why his cap close to his face for us not to attend. Oh, yeah. What can be mean? Oh. Anyway. If I tell him that Central Mosque was not built by the government of Ghana, and we have seen Saudi people build mosques for Ghanaians for free, so you should stop saying Central Mosque was built and being supported by government. Okay, and so remember that I can't watch him because people did not understand what he really said. Please ask the lawyer why it was necessary to demolish the judges' bungalows to build a cathedral. Was there no other land for the government again, or was the only land that was left the judges' bungalows? Okay, the be an person, you know, say be krum na omoye project bia yi nom giri say e hoda also this year nti omoye alaya for no e ifiro lawyer ye dey kwawie. What is your final word? Msaman for aka kremofo mosque o mtese o say Ghana by the sea kremofo mosque na wo ka ho asem no asase no na da ho na esi wo so no Ghana government dia. Apart from that, and Crawford no Mutias, no 1,000
400 na no mo so as squatters ye omo fi so as squatters omo ye Ghana for omo rights nso ye omo 3 days ne de pa mo omo fi ho and ye dey see enti asase no ye Ghana dia. In the same vein cathedral no government man seed money no ma asase and you say individuals and so and contribute to the offense sanity enti obi obeka say Ghana sika ni minu bia anya no kore to say the omo ka say cathedral no mo disca no ko hwehwe mu yie ubehu sa asase no aban dia na empo sa cathedral ayi asori no mu siye no contracts bebre o ha government dey man sa foundation no a mo be see mosque no a mo nyo mo sika no from another source. What I say?
It's a Bible.
Yes.
Apart from Assassin, that prime area,
yes.
Yeah, and
and you commend the current president. Say he used this to make sure see a baby see again. It's in the same vein. Use your ear to make sure say I'm also big grand Abaman contact with baby now. I'll be donating over here. So no, I'm Ababi see. There's a prayer crying audit. You find your contract center. Most near the contract center. So when Timmy and CNU, and Obi Bayo say, you find your contract center. That is the point. We are a people, one people, citizens of this country. Religion, no, Article 17 of the Constitution says, we are, and so to me, and just say discrimination. Now, most of the time, people say things out of their ignorant sense, not thinking about the effect of these things to themselves at some point in time. What did they make an say? And you know, somebody careful. Christopher more promo by 72%. Muslims so more by 16%. It is a typical run you see ABC University. You be see mosque. You be see way. You the 5,000 kwai. Almost 26 million you tia. Yes, mama. Officer the other side for no so. You can say omokati there yes ya. Omani beji. Is that not what breeds discontent amongst the group? Ain't you know?
All right.
We did make and say, President Day, only had the power and the man war. And your minister. Executive power near the man president. And you will now bet my said to me, yeah, and Crawford see a mosque. Sa near Pesa na cathedral no so. Yes,
you bicycle crowd.
Yeah, bicycle.
Or solicit.
Yes, or solicit. And I facilitate it. Now you're twice on yes in you. Because the hindrance near politics near a boy, and son, you have a twaba. And the year bo, ye quay and a delay cathedral is. Other than that, Obia nye bonibia, Obia nisi kabia, Obia yes kabia. In fact, government sikano, it's your free jubilee.
Okay.
Una oti jubilee say all the documents are there. Until there is no document anywhere. Will because I say. Until no, Mr. President, yes sir. Cathedral dey here. Until no boy. Some boys are facilitated. O facilitate so na microphone nya so mo to that to go amanfo ani say cathedral need this car and I will be here and I be. Na yenya kwan. Na amanfo fa asumdwe and your donations near fancy cathedral. Near to be quite sorrow.
Okay. Lawyer, and I'll see you in the brown your mind and your race.
Miss Medassi,
Yamisha Pa. It was a for opinion in Edi and Kuwait air lawyer Charles Joanna, yesterday the piano, a national cathedral, a home son dear. Be Sagana for be na muti, na Bibi Umubia sono, Igina Ibihunu. So see senior can't buy boy, a baby almost senior midday piano, na opposition our home. Na as a dream deal or home so dear, but who you more or me, but so far dear. A report happening in a Bianca and Peninsula Sabe auditor home. In light of Nina, no, a dino, sick room, the Siswa, be pebit me free more bar, minim say and also, and then full be home ejuma. Heading mediano Asia, na me cray, na my moshi, na me inquire Santi Jabbing, na ebusia, a rat kojo fojo, tafen kojo Rocky, and na odaseni, or the former Yami Adomoa, weekendi, a call Santi Jabbing. Na bra kojo Rocky na yenti bra ya akere kofi antwi ne busuani nyina mu nyina ya connection nim se memenda ya ɛbɛyi na awɔtwe so no meme dɛ ɛbɛyɛ na awɔtwe adɔfoɔ no nyinaa bɛba na adwawe abɛka ho na yɛaba ɛnso aba bɛgya no yɛsɔre so na malamiaya ne ɔmo aka technical department no boayɛ mmɛde dwumadie nyinaa ɛbrɛ wɔ yɛda mu nyinaa nso ase meden ɛde Kofi Appiah onyame adom a wɔkyɛ napa ne nhyia ma akye dwumadie so na yɛntoa so ɛma wo yɛakra mo bye bye